Happy anniversary to me and my wonderful husband. Today we celebrate 13 years of happy, fulfilling, joyous, enjoying matrimony. Today we're celebrating 13 years. 13 years ago today I got married. I was getting ready to get married, girl. I was ready to get married, honey. 13 years ago. It was just the happiest day of my life. Getting married to my wonderful husband was the happiest day of my life. These are my husband's two best friends here that he grew up with. It was like the best day of my life, and every day with him continues to be great days of our lives. I am so thankful. So today I want to talk about 13 ways to stay happily married and make your marriage work. Okay. So I think one of the biggest problem people make when you're dating is you get married and you want the marriage to work. But making your marriage work actually begins before you get married as a single woman, as a single man. Okay. So if you are new here, oh, and also thank you for 50,000 cousins. Finally. I got 50,000. Oh, I didn't post it. I did the video. I have to post it. 50,000 subscribers. Good thing I checked it, girl. It's 45. Did I say 50? I'm prophesying. Hallelujah. I am prophesying road to 50,000. So I'm prophesying. Okay. Thank you for 45,000 cousins. I think that was the hardest number. It took so long for me to get to 45, but I'm so thankful. Welcome to all of our new cousins. My name is Cousin Sister Auntie Janice. Just pick one, girl. And we're so happy for you to be here. Over here, we are the cousins, because I just thought about, when did I have the most fun time? And it was growing up with my cousins. They were all older than me. So it was growing up with my cousins, going back to where my grandmother lived, where most of my family live, and spending summer with my cousins. So that's why we are the cousins over here. We're also the church girls, okay? Because church girls, we want to get married too. So thank you and welcome. So 30, if you're new here, subscribe. Let me know if you're new here, your new niece or auntie. I have a couple of new aunties over here. Hey, aunties. And let me know if you're new here. So 13, really quick, and then I have to come back and do a Joni Lamb video. So 13 ways to stay happily married and make your marriage work. One of the best advice my dad ever gave me is, you're not a wife when you get married at the altar. You have to be a wife as a single woman. What does that mean? Carry yourself as a wife, think as a wife, dress as a wife, talk as a wife, date as a wife. Okay. So you have to have wife mentality as a single woman. You cannot wait to have wife mentality. When you get married, you have to start early, have to start learning to listen to your counsel. Proverbs, one of my favorite scriptures, I think Proverbs 24:11, I think, says, in the multitude of counselors, there is safety or vice. But look at Proverbs. And so I had counselors around me, my father in the faith, Pastor Bishop Bradshaw, who called me yesterday for Mother's Day. I was asleep, girl. I was asleep. Multitude of counselors, people, I think about Sister Rosemary and Deaconess Grace, people who can kind of guide you on your way. I remember my father in the faith, Pastor Bradshaw, I was about 18 or so. He kind of pulled me to the side. He said, you're a little rough around the edges. I didn't get offended. I said, okay. So you know what I did? I got around all the soft ladies in the church, like Deaconess Grace and Sister Rosemary, and just be around them and see how they carry themselves and so on and so forth. And then I picked up on a lot of things, and I also read a lot of books about marriage and getting married and so on and so forth. And I studied the Bible and saw how the ladies in the Bible operate. So that was number one: is single woman, you're not a wife when you get married, but understand that you are a wife as you are desiring to get married, because the Bible says he that finds a wife finds a wife. Okay, he find her. So when he finds you, you need to already be a wife, as in have wife mentality, and carry and behave yourself like a wife, as he's supposed to be doing all of those things. Number two, be a virtuous woman. My husband would have never married me if I was not a virtuous woman. He would have never married me if I was a keeping up with the Jones type of woman, if I was not good with money. I mean, he thanks me just about every day with how good I am with money and investing, and he calls me the savvy investor, because I'm very good with money. I love finance. If you know, I would say, finance, politics, I love all of those things. And so I just try to learn as much as I can, and so on and so forth. And so my husband told me one of the reasons he married me was he saw how good I was with money. So when we met, I was working at the job that I have now. I drove a car that I bought for cash. I had a 1-bedroom apartment that I gave to Lexi, and I was sleeping in the living room. It was just me and Lexi. So, we don't need all that space. And I was not wasting my money when we ran each other's credit. I had a very good credit. He had a good credit too. So be a virtuous woman. If you read about the virtuous woman, she was saving, she was creating multiple streams of income, because a man who has some money, and my husband did, he wants to make sure you're not going to try to spend all the money, girl, buying $10,000 shoes and $55,000 pocketbook. No, we save our money, and we live modest lives. You need some shoes. You don't need no $10,000 shoes. The shoes at Walmart, Kmart. Well, Kmart was back in the day. Target. I loved Target back in the day. Oh, I would go to Target and spend my whole paycheck. Okay, that's why I had to stop going. And I had a girl. Ooh, Lord, I love Target. Burlington. You can go to Burlington, get you some shoes for $24.99 and save the rest of the money. So those were the things he loved about me. So if I was the girl, the Instagram girl, buying and showing off, he wouldn't have married me. Okay. Number three, be okay with being alone. This is an issue for women. And learn to enjoy your own company. I would go to restaurants and I would sit at the bar and eat. Or I would, if there was a table, I would sit at the table and I would take myself out on dates, because I was learning to enjoy myself, enjoy my own company, learning to be alone, not having to have a man around me all the time. Okay with having a day off from work and be home in the house, reading, cleaning, doing something. Learn to love and enjoy yourself, because we see Joni Lamb, who husband died, and then she married that man, but we know it was an adulterous marriage anyway. Apparently they were having a relationship under Marcus' nose. And according to one of the cousins in the comments today, she said instead of her being with Marcus or being on the phone with Marcus, she was on the phone with Doug Wise 18 hours while her husband was dying in the hospital. But we know that's a little something different, okay? But you need to learn to be by. That's why you see people get divorced or become widows, and next thing you know, they have a woman. Now, men, they do that because men, especially if they were in a long-term marriage relationship, they be up underneath somebody quick, okay? Because they just can't be by themselves. But for us women, I am encouraging you, single ladies, to learn to love your own company. Learn to be alone. Learn to be in the house by yourself. I can be in this house a whole month and don't go outside. And I could be in here and not talk to people. Okay, of course we're living 2026. It's not back in the day where you would get on the phone. I used to hate that. People call me on the phone for hours. I don't have time. I need to read. I love to read. Okay, so learning to enjoy your own self and your own company is very, very important in marriage. And if your husband like my husband travels for work, what am I going to do? Run up and be under some man because my husband is gone for a week? No. Okay, number 4, have your hobbies. What hobbies? Some of you women don't have any hobbies. You're always underneath the man. You're always with him. No, no, no. Let him go. You know, some women are not even okay with him going out and having a drink with his friends. No, my husband, ever so often, he'd be like, babe, I'm at Penn Station, but I'm gonna have a drink with the frats, or Terrence is down here, or I'm gonna hang out with Terrence for a minute. Fine. Or he'll say, oh, they have a lounge. Is that what it's called? One of their fraternity brothers have a lounge, and ever so often, maybe once a month, they go over and fine, hang out. Hey, okay, great. As long as I know where you at. Okay. It's okay for him to go and be. You need to be by yourself. Read a book. Do YouTube. Make a YouTube video. Write a book. Do something, girl. But for this idea of always being up underneath him, it is crazy to me. Okay. So you need to learn to have hobbies. Learn to cook a new meal. Learn to sew. I'm teaching my little boy how to sew. I'm teaching him how to sew. Yep. Teaching little Michael how to sew. Learn, plant a garden, read books. I don't understand. Well, you know what they say about black people. If you want to hide anything from black people, put it in books. So I guess I do understand why y'all don't read. But anyways, girl, you can learn a lot from reading. I love to read, as you can tell. I love to read. I'm a Sunday school teacher, Bible school teacher, so I love to read and study. Okay, number 5, learn about you. That was huge for me because I knew at 12 I didn't like Caribbean men. But what did I do? My whole teen years and 20s, early 20s, I wasted time dating Caribbean men, knowing I didn't like him, trying to force myself to like him. That is my biggest regret, is the amount of time I wasted trying to date men I knew I didn't like. Okay. I knew I didn't like him. I knew it. But what did I wasted my life? And the last one was my childhood sweetheart. I said, no, I can't do this no more. I can't. I like a certain type of a man. I like to be treated a certain type of way. And I did see some Caribbean people get in my comments, getting all emotional. Y'all still didn't answer. Y'all still didn't bring me this Caribbean man who is like my husband. I'm waiting. I want to meet him. Okay. But I just like to be treated a way. I like a certain type of a man who Caribbean and African men are not accustomed to being. And so they're not accustomed to treating women like that. And as soon as I made up in my mind, I was done. The floodgates opened. The floodgates of men open that I really like and wanted to date. And in no time, few years, I was married. Okay? So learn about you. Don't care if you offend people, because this is your life. This is forever. God's intention is you spend forever with your husband, being married. Okay, I said something in another video. The person said you sound anti-black because I want a clean-cut man like my husband, somebody who's well-spoken, cultured, who reads, well-educated, wears his pants at his waist. And she said, oh, you sound, that sound like you're anti-black. Isn't that crazy? Huh? Isn't that crazy that wanting a man who is well-spoken, well-educated, well-cultured, well-read, wears his pants at his waist is anti-black? I read that. I just shook my head. I said, that's crazy to me. A well-educated man, well-spoken, well-cultured, well-read, wear his pants at his waist is anti-black. I don't know. Maybe she meant to say anti. Maybe that's what she said. Okay, maybe that's what she meant. Okay, so you have hobbies. Know what you. Okay, number 6. I did the how. Oh, learn about you. What you like. It's okay. I like a man who's well educated. I like a gentleman. Caribbean men, African men are not taught to be gentlemen from a little boy. They're not taught it. They might eventually learn it, but that's not who they are at heart. Because the animal is going to come out eventually. You can't open your own door. Why you can't open your own door? A gentleman would never say that. A gentleman would never ask me, why are you waiting for me? You can open your own door. A gentleman would never say that. Never, because he's a gentleman at heart. That is who he is. Okay? Learn about what you like, what you want. It's our anniversary. We were supposed to go out. It's a little rainy here. So I said, you know what? Let's just stay in and watch a couple of movies. I was telling him how I find myself watching a lot of old movies. And so we're going to be watching a couple of movies, and I'm going to be watching a couple of older movies with Lou Michael, because, you know, these kids these days, they don't really know a lot of the older movies. Like I was at the nail salon, and I was watching the a series of unfortunate events. Is that what it's called? Let me look it up. Yes, a series of unfortunate events. That movie to me is so funny. It's so funny, but these kids these days, they don't know it. You know what I mean? So do things, know what you like. Make sure you choose a man who you have some things in common. Like, I hate summer. I hate it. I can do winter. I'll even take spring. I don't really like spring either because of the allergies. I will take winter and fall and a part of spring all year round. If we could jump over summer, I would. Apparently, I'm the only one in my house because everybody in the summer, they want to go to the beach. Okay, I don't like going to the beach, but what I realize is once I get there, I'm enjoying it. The water's cool. We're spending time together. And so we already have our weekend booked for when we are going to the beach. And so we just go down to the shore, and we spend a whole weekend, maybe through about 3, maybe we go down like Friday or Thursday night, and Thursday night, Friday morning, spend the day on the beach, and then we're at the hotel with the pool, and just, you know, just having family time together. Okay, my husband also likes to read. So he'll say, hey, I read this book. I think you would like it. Or I'll say, oh, I'm reading this book. Maybe you will like it. Or he was reading a book, The Warmth of Other Suns, something like that. And he said, babe, I think you would enjoy this book. And why was I watching Book Talk? And one of the girls, a beautiful Black girl, she said, this is one of the number 1 books Black people should read. I was like, go ahead, girl. Okay, so know you and figure out what it is that you like. Okay, number 6. I know, learn about you. Number 6, know about what you want in a husband. This is major. You cannot have a happy, fulfilling, enjoyable, long-lasting marriage if you do not choose the right husband. I was sitting here praying this morning, and the Lord said, that's like somebody who's a size 9 trying to fit in a size 5. Okay. When you are not married to the right person, when you're not married to the right person, this is how it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. So don't try to force it. It's not going to fit. You're going to be miserable and unhappy. And this is why I am so about dating is for data, knowing what you want. It is okay. Don't let other people beat you into choosing something you're not. Like, they try to force those broke, ugly men on me, girl. I was like, no, I'll stay by myself, because for me, I'm not going to be miserable and unhappy. I have to be happy. I have to be happy because I'll pack a bag and leave in a minute. It's nothing for me to leave. Hello, I ran away from home at 16, girl, while my daddy was sleeping. Okay. So for me, I already know I gotta be with the right man. I can't be with somebody that I don't even like. And love and like are two different things. Okay. I love my husband, but I also like my husband. What does it mean? Liking my husband means I like to spend time with him. We like to spend time with each other. That's why today we're going to be doing movies today. We enjoy spending time. It's nothing for me while Mike is sitting on the couch for me to go sit down and cuddle up with him or watch his game with him, or he's going out, he's running errands, and I'm going to jump in the car and just ride around with him because we like each other. Some people don't like each other. And during COVID, you saw that because during COVID, there were so many people getting married that the insurance company was telling people, please go to marriage counseling. They said, please go. Don't even worry about the copay for marriage, family counseling. Marriage counseling. It was like, oh no, we need you. We need couples to stay together. Please don't get a divorce. Go to counseling. And they said, we're not going to charge any marriage counsel, any fees. Okay. You see a lot of COVID couples got divorced because they didn't get married because they really love and want to spend to get forever with them. Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. Told you they weren't going to last, girl. Okay. Portia and what's his name? Okay. Number 7, date for data. Date for data. We're still single. We're not married yet. We are still single, girl. We're not married yet. We're still single. Because it's the foundation you lay as a single woman that sets you up for a successful, happily married woman. Date for data only. Okay, walk away from men who are not what you want. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to fit. Walk away from them. Number 8, walk away from the men who don't fit. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to fit into them. Remember, size 9, size 10. Let's do size 10 trying to fit. Your foot is a size 10 trying to fit in a size 5. Let's not even do 10. Let's do 8 because 8 is average. You're a size 8 trying to fit in a size 5. It is not going to work. You're going to have all kind of pains and hurts and bunions and your foot is going to be like that and all this. It's not going to work, okay? Woo, sorry. When you meet a man, you're getting to know him. You get collecting information to see if he has what you want, because you know what you want, and you are what he wants. I read a post the other day. This girl is on date number 3, 1, 2, 3. And she asked this guy, is there any other woman out there who might think they're in a relationship? And he said, maybe, possibly. And you know what she did? She stopped dating him. I said, that is so stupid of her. You just met a man and you expect him to just drop everybody and be only with you. And my daddy says a man always got you somebody. If you ask him, is he dating anybody else? And he says no, he's lying. Walk away because he's a liar. I asked my husband, he said, yeah, I go out on dates. Okay, great. Okay, remember, men and women are different. We're not the same. Okay. We might not be dating anybody, but they got somebody. They always do. I tell my husband, that's why you didn't call me for a whole month, because you got to, rid of them other girls. Okay. He was like, no, I was busy at work. I was like, okay, whatever. But anyways, I'm Mrs. Michael Thompson Sr., okay? Number 8, walk away from the men who do not fit. Number 9, don't try to fix them. I cannot get this through your heads. If I could cut your head and throw it in there, I would. You can't fix them. Do not try to change him. I just read of a woman who went to Jamaica, marry a man. She went down there to visit, and you know what he did? He killed her. Come to find out, he has unalived somebody else before. So I commented, I said, oh, wow. So she actually married a murderer. Like, you knew, or maybe she didn't know. It's a Google search. Google will tell you everything. I mean, she actually married somebody who had already unalived somebody, and I don't know what she expected him to do. And now she done unalived him. And this is why I keep telling y'all, stop marrying these men, going to these countries, marrying these men that don't have no papers, girl. Don't do it. Okay. So don't try to fix him. Number 10, choose a husband for you. Choose a husband for you. The husband's not everybody else's. I've had coworkers tell me that they wouldn't have married Michael. That's okay. Because ain't none of their husband, they can't even walk down the block my husband walked down. But that's okay because he's for me. I like him. I like the well-educated man. I like the well-spoken man. Yes, he's born again. Okay. As he said, yes, he's saved. I like the man who's a gentleman. I like the well-cultured man. I like the man who's well-read. I like the man who don't have kids all over the place. I like the man who has decent credit. I like the man who has a couple of dollars in the bank. I like a man who has savings or retirement money. That's what I like. I like a good-looking man from a good family. That's for me. That's not for everybody else. So you have to figure out who it is that you like and what it is you like, okay? 11, can you fulfill your wife role to this man you choose? Can you respect him? Can you honor him? Can you adore him? Can you praise him? Can you submit to him? Do you trust his judgment? Can he be your head? Can he be the head of your home? So if he's not a man that you can fulfill your wife role to, do not marry him. I respect my husband. I adore my husband. I submit to my husband. I respect him. He's a wonderful man. He's a wonderful husband. He's a wonderful provider. He got up early this morning and went and got me my breakfast. I'll post the pictures later. Because we decided we were going to stay in. We had plans to go couples massage and and lunch. And because of the rain and stuff, we decided we're going to stay in today. Okay. I respect him. I trust his judgment. I trust his leadership. I submit to him. I praise him. I honor him. I adore him. I admire him. Don't you marry no man. I don't know how do you admire a revolving door criminal, girl? Huh? How do you admire a man who have kids all over the place? How do you admire a man who's 45 with no savings, no investments, no retirement? I don't understand. What is there to admire? How do you admire a man who can submit to the bottle, but not to the Lord Jesus Christ? How do you admire a man who's not even saved, girl? I gotta go. Number 11, that was right. Number 11. Can you fulfill your wife role? Can he fulfill his husband role to you, which goes hand in hand with number 11. So the husband role is to profess his love, provide for you, and protect you. So he professes love by going down to the church, marrying you, providing for you, and protecting you. A lot of you married men who can't keep jobs, don't have jobs, can't keep jobs, and then cry, oh, he ain't working. Girl, I don't understand. Let me tell you. Some women are so stupid. I don't know. Like, girl, he can't keep a job. He can't keep a job. What did you expect? Huh? He can't keep a job. He's never kept a job. Number 12. Number 12, can he fulfill? Number 14, do not be a nagging wife. Okay. How many of you know if he's not a good man, if he's not a godly man, if he's not being a husband, if he's not fulfilling his role, if you are not praising him, you can't admire him, you cannot respect him, you cannot adore him, you cannot submit to him, you do not trust his judgment. How many of you know you will be a nagging woman? Huh? You're nagging him because he's not doing what he's supposed to do. And sooner or later, girl, it's going to break down. It's not going to work out. All right. I love you. Let me know which of those number is your favorite, and hashtag what number is your favorite and why. Okay. Comment with hashtag number 1, number 2, number 3, and why, and let me know which is your favorite. Come on back. I'm gonna do a Joni Lamb video. I absolutely love you. I adore you. I will see you maybe in the comments today. Thank for those of you showing me love and support with my books. I'll be taking them on sale today, girl, because good as well, because it's GHI and retired. I'll be retiring very soon. And so, of course, my books are helping me to retire soon and early. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.